This might surprise you, but every chicken has a favorite word. And when they know this word, you can make them incredibly happy with just this word alone. Nothing else, no treats, nothing. And this word might also be your favorite word, even if you don't want to admit it. Can you guess what it is?
Hello, Match Pie. Yeah, why don't you come up here? You want some hugs? Okay, we'll give you some hugs then.
Have you guessed yet?
You're just such a pretty girl, Vi. Hi, Ethel. Hello, Ethel Rose. How are you today, lovely girl? Hi, Poppy.
A chicken's favorite word is her name. You may think I'm crazy, but I'm gonna prove it to you. There is actually a little bit of science on this. It has been measured, and my little chicken EDB is gonna demonstrate it for you. So in order to prove to you that the sound of your chicken's name can make her jubilantly happy, you first need to understand this little phenomenon called eye pinning or eye flashing. This is when the pupil of a bird's eye oscillates from large to small and back again, and it's actually best known in parrots. And if you do a quick search on YouTube for eye pinning, you will find so many striking examples of this. But chickens do this too. It's usually more subtle.
Oh my gosh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty, Sasha.
But it can be dramatic. And with my little bird, EDB, she would do it so dramatically that it actually terrified me the first time I saw it. I thought something was wrong with her, but it turns out she was just trying to tell me something. So you can see that EDB is a crossbeak chicken, and this misalignment of her beak, it's a deformity that's caused by just a slightly squished skull. And so I really thought something was wrong with her when she first did that dramatic eye flashing, because I thought maybe now that she was finally full grown that squished skull had maybe damaged her brain a little bit, or maybe she even had a brain tumor. So I looked in every chicken health book I had. I scoured everything online that I could find about chickens with these dilating and restricting pupils, and there was nothing. There was no reference at all to this in the chicken world. But then I did come across this eye pinning phenomenon in parrots online, which seemed to be exactly what Edie was doing. But because no one in the chicken world had ever said anything about it, I thought, but that doesn't happen in chickens, right? So I ended up contacting an avian vet, and he assured me that yes, chickens do eye pin to communicate just like parrots do, and they do it for the same reason parrots do it. It's because they're excited. Now, this could be excited in a negative way, such as they're angry or they're scared. Or it could be they're excited in a positive way, like when they're really happy. And that is what EDB had been communicating. Okay, so what does this have to do with chickens loving the sound of their own names?
Hi, sweet EDB. Hello, my sweetest girl.
Well, because I'm a nerd, I jumped into the scientific research to learn more about eye pinning, and I came across this flagship article, the first article ever written on the subject, and the authors noted that the parrot they worked with would eye pin when she heard her favorite words. The researchers said eye pinning seemed to occur only when we uttered one of her favorite words or sounds, which included her name, Seraphita, hello, goodbye, good boy, pretty boy, Prue, and other names of her intimate acquaintance. Now I'm going to show you a clip of what my little EDB's eyes would do when I would say her name. You saw a little piece of this a couple minutes ago, but I'm going to show you a longer version with the sound. But unfortunately, when I took this video, I did not realize that my cell phone was focusing on the door, the wall behind EDB rather than on her. But even with her a bit out of focus, you can still see what her eyes are doing. I wish I had better video, but she did sadly pass away not very long after this video was taken. And I have found that it's just incredibly difficult to get eye pinning on camera because it is a communication and it does require eye contact with you and kind of a deep connection. So whenever I bring my cell phone up to try to capture it, the chickens are distracted and they won't do it again. So I apologize, this video you're gonna see is a little bit out of focus, but I feel lucky that I was able to capture it at all. But first, to put this video in context, because it might look a little strange to you, but EDB is sitting on my lap being blow dried because she just had a bath. She needed to be bathed every week because that little cross-beak deformity made it so she was unable to pick up dry pieces of food, so she'd have to eat this like sloppy wet food and she'd just get it all over her. And unfortunately, Edie always hated baths. But she loved being blow dried.
Yes, Bee, you're being so good. Good job, Bee.
So even though she's soaking wet in this video, looking a bit droopy, she really is quite happy in this moment that I captured. So here we go. Pay careful attention to what her eyes do when I say her name.
Hi, Edie. Hi, Edie. How you doing, sweetie? How you doing, sweetheart? You're a good girl, baby. You're a good girl, baby. Edie bee. Edie bee. Edie bee. Edie bee. Edie bird.
Like the scientist parrot, Seraphita, EDB loves her name. So stinking cute. Oh my gosh, I know. There is an obvious problem with all of this though, and that problem is that most of our chickens don't know their names. Mine certainly don't. Sasha, 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 Betsy, Betsy. EDB knew her name because as a special needs chicken, she spent a lot of time inside my house with my family. But for most of our chickens, we never spend enough one-on-one time with them for them to really learn their names. Betsy! Hello, Betsy! Betsy! But if you do want to teach a chicken her name, you could do that the same way you would if you were training a dog. So I'm going to link to a video below that shows how to do that from my favorite dog trainer, Zach George. But if you want me to make a video where I teach a chicken her name, please let me know in the comments below. Additionally, I will be doing a lot of one-on-one work with my next batch of chicks, whenever that may be. So I'll be sure to share that, and if nothing else, you can see the process then. But also, please let me know in the comments below if you have seen eye pinning in your chickens, or if this just kind of blew your mind the way that it did mine when I first learned about it. And even if you decide you never want to teach a chicken her name, I hope you still enjoyed this video, because now you know if you're visiting with one of your chickens and she happens to eye pin at you, that could be her way of telling you she loves you. And if you want to learn some more ways about how chickens communicate that you might not have noticed before, check out my video on chicken etiquette here, or I'll link to it below as well. You'll learn a lot about how chickens think and what they want from you. Happy chickening!
Hi, ladies. Hi, EDB. Hi, EDB. Come here, little girl. I'm gonna pick you up, sweetie. I gotcha. girl.